So hey, I want to come to talk to you about when you are like not even necessarily manifesting, you're just more so making choices for your life, right? Like you're finding the courage to do things you didn't have the courage to do, or you reach out to old people to maybe get closure, whatever it is. And you find yourself getting a voicemail or a buffering or please hold. Please hold while we get this shit together. And then it's like, did I make the right choice? And that's where I'm coming to talk to you. Don't second guess something that you found the courage to do, right? Because when we second guess ourselves, we shoot ourselves in the foot. And then we start putting like a stalled energy on that. Not just that, you start not trusting yourself again. You start taking these steps back going, I don't know why let's not go back to the drama queen. Yeah, that lives in my house. But I just want to encourage you that it's okay to make choices that you could look at later and be like, maybe that wasn't the best choice. But sometimes it is the best choice. And sometimes it does help you to get closure. Sometimes no answer is an answer. It's just like no movement is an action. We have these opposites that we don't seem to think validate the way we feel or what we think or what we felt or just all these things. So I'm here to remind you that if you're finding that courage, maybe it's even to close a door, to open a new door, you have to do these things. And that's where it takes the courage to do that, because it's not always easy to slam the door in someone's face. It's not always easy to put a contract on the table, And I mean, I have stuff going on, and I was talking to my mom last night, and she said, I don't see why you can't say to that person, like you do everyone else, you're so blunt. Like you just say how it is. But for whatever reason, you can't do that in this situation. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to hurt their feelings, or I'm not the adult. I am, but in the sense, I'm not the older one in that situation, and I shouldn't be having to teach lessons that I'm teaching. But at the same time, it still comes down to having to find the courage to tell our truth, no matter how it makes us look, right? Because in the end, if you don't speak the truth, you start carrying that in your heart, and it holds you back. As much as you don't want to believe, it holds you back, because it's like a link to the past, just something like one little thread, right? And you're just like, if I could just let that go, then I can go. Go so I can go. And it doesn't work like that. You have to choose. That's the hard part. We have so many choices that we have to choose, even on a daily basis, that it's really hard to go, okay, got my big britches on, I'm going to do this and dust myself off, I'm going to go for it, no matter what it is. If it's just something you think is so small, and it could change your life. It could be something you were holding on to, and when you let it go, it can finally go. It could bring a truth to you that you never could have even imagined. It could be, it's like the show with the Lorax. I don't know if anyone's seen the cartoon with Dr. Seuss, the old one from the 70s. I think it's the Lorax, where they come up on a bridge and neither one of them will move. And they stand there through all the phases of weather. I swear it's the Lorax. I don't know, because then I know they came out with that movie like in the 2000s or something. But it was different. Anyways, they're on this bridge. Neither one will move because they're both being arrogant. All they do is just stand there. Don't just stand there unless you're saying namaste and woosah. And that's kind of where it's at right now. I'm tired of standing there, because honestly what I'm facing is myself. And it's the fear of speaking my truth, being vulnerable, being rejected, And when I woke up this morning, I was like, all that shit's out the window. Let's go. Balls to the wall. Reject me, then I can accept me. I don't know. And it's not that I need someone else to reject me to accept me. It's just there's something that's been in my head for so long. And it eats at my heart slowly. And I know the whole situation had to do with ego. Dealing with ego. And there was no spirit involved at that time. And now that I've grown quite a bit in the last couple years, because I've put a lot of effort into my growth. And I pray that people I've come in contact with have done the same. And I pray that all of you will start working on that as well. Because yes, as hard as it is to do the work, the freedom that comes with the healing is worth it. You get a lightness in your step again. You can have struggles, but then you're like, you know what? It's going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. Today's going to be a good day. Why? Because I said today's going to be a good day. And you're still going to face controversy. And you're still going to have those times where you fall down. And you're still going to have those times where you question yourself. But in essence, you're just going to trust yourself more, which lets you love yourself more and accept yourself more and heal yourself more. And as you can keep taking these steps, next thing you know, all of a sudden, things are working out differently. You know, maybe that voicemail or that buffering was the saving grace. I'm not going to decide it. All I did was find the courage to go, boop, 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 boop. I need to do this for myself. Not to gain anything, but to release something. And like I said, you're going to have to dig deep within yourself. If there's things you need to release, if there's past partners you need to release, if there's past heartache, if there's past life trauma, if there is doubts, stories that go on in your head, because I'm an Aquarian and believe me, we're good storytellers, especially to ourselves. And it's not that we lie to ourselves. We just take something and then we're like, oh, let me overthink all of this. And when I overthink it, I'm going to overthink it some more because that's what I do. I'm a thinker. I'm constantly thinking. Use your thunker and it might leave you stuck. That's kind of where it goes as an Aquarian until you finally go, wait a second. Stop it. Stop it. Live your life. Just breathe. And I don't know if other people do this. And if you do, just let me tell you, stop it. Stop it. Just stop overthinking. Because every day is going to be what it is. You can alter it, yes. You can make changes. But essentially, the outcome is still going to be, you still made it to eat dinner. You still watched your shows. You still got in bed. Maybe you took a shower. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you soaked in the bathtub. And you're going to get up and do it all again tomorrow. That's the great thing. You still have tomorrow, right? You still have these moments that you can grasp onto that give you hope in all the little moments that you're feeling hopeless in. And when you sit there and you do make these choices, these hard choices, please don't beat yourself up. I've gone for about 2 years now trying to release something without reaching out for closure. And that was the hardest part for myself, was taking that walk and keep going, I can do this. I don't need anybody's help. And for so long, I've been like, I don't need your help. I got it. No, I'm good. I figured it out. I'm perfectly fine on my own. And I've lied to myself because I do need help. We all need help. And here's me being vulnerable, saying I need help. And I'm not saying like, come and save me. I'm a princess in distress. It's not that. We have to help each other move past moments that can keep us stuck. And that's where sometimes you do have to be the person that's like, you know what? Today is the day I'm going to do it. Today is the day I'm thinking of you and me. Today is the day I'm done sitting in the thinkerarium and overthinking everything. Today is the day I just say, you know what? let's finish this process. Because when you're at the end of something and you're trying to start something, you can't do both. You can't start something. You have to finish your meal before you can have your dessert. If you do it backwards, you have to finish your dessert before you can have your meal. It's simple. And it seems so complex. And I know that's because of this brain and how it works. Everything is complex in my head. And it's funny, I say everything. All of the easy things are hard and all of the hard things are easy. And that seems to irritate people around me because they're like, you make it look so simple. And I'm like, damn, did you see me crying in the corner? I cut myself, I was bleeding, I passed out. Nobody saw that. Luckily, I pissed my pants and put on the same clothes after I washed them. You didn't see any of it. It was easy. So easy. I don't want to do it again. And we can hide the fact that we're struggling every day. We can hide the fact that our hearts are broken. But the thing is, you think you're hiding it and you're bleeding out on everything around you. You're hurting everything around you. You're lashing out. The quality of your work is not the same. Your hopes begin to dwindle. You begin to give up on yourself. You deal with exhaustion and depression and all of these other things that just seem to bog you down and hold you down and make you smaller and make you just want to quit. So we got to stop doing that to ourselves. And it's as simple as finding the courage to go, today is the day. Today is the day. I'm going to love me. I'm going to accept me. I'm going to let go of past regrets. And I'm going to move forward. And I encourage you to move forward. And a lot of times you do have to sit in the darkness to find the light. You do have to sit in the silence to hear the answers that you need to have, the guidance that is necessary for you to get back on a straight path. Because no more of this. Which way did it go? Why am I feeling like you're on a ship? Back and forth, because we do that to ourselves. And we do it to ourselves, waiting for somebody else to validate our feelings, our thought process, our choices. And it's okay if you've waited. Because it's that pause in between that action that lets you come from a place of certainty. It lets you come from a place of reassurance for yourself. It lets you come from a place that's a little bit more healed than how you would have approached it if you did it instantaneously. Because a lot of us need time to think. A lot of us need time to dig within ourselves and go, why am I living the way I'm living? Why do I do what I do? And it's hard to answer those questions, especially if you're going through life numb and dulled down. And I get it. I was on autopilot for so many years. And it's taken multiple people to push me to build a platform to come out and speak. And I kept going, I don't know. I don't want anyone to see me. I don't want to do this. And then finally that big nudge came that said, sweetheart, you don't have a choice. You're going to. Because the world already sees you as you walk down the street. Start speaking to the hearts that need the healing. Because you've done it. And I'm not saying by any means, I'm healed. We're always healing. But if you can start taking a step every single day and say, today I'm going to make my life better. This is how I'm going to do it. Today, I'm going to find the courage to stand up for myself, and this is how I'm going to do it. And you have to start building a game plan for yourself. Stop expecting failure and plan for success. Because you get exactly what you're planning for. If it's nothing, you get nothing. If it's the world, watch out. You just have to work for it. Because you can get everything your heart desires. Yes, you can do it through manifesting, but your manifestations will not come to transpire the way that you want them to until you come from a place that's been healed. And like I said, you don't have to be 100% healed to see your world begin to spin in a more positive light. All you have to do is put your heart and your head back into a place of something that's greater than yourself. Being love, creation, your creator. Something that is outside of you that's always been within you. Just take out the stoppers and let it flow. Because the only people stopping you is yourself. The only person that stopped me has been me. And it's been that fear all along that I needed somebody else to make me whole. I needed somebody else to validate me. Oh my God, I'm scared and I'm alone and I don't want to be that way. I've had people listen to me cry my soul out about, I don't want to do this alone anymore. I'm so fucking tired. I deserve more than this. I'm not a bad person. They've watched me lose it. And in the end, all they could do was look at me and have pity for me. Because they knew where I was coming from. They knew my heart. They knew me as a person. But they couldn't give me what I was keeping from myself. So if you're feeling desperate, if you're feeling lost or misguided, please look within yourself. I swear to you, everything you need is inside of you. I would have not have believed myself 3 years ago. At all. I would have told anybody that told me that to fuck off. You don't know how hard it is. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know my life. But after walking a journey for a while, I will tell you, you are it. You are the only thing that's going to save you. You are the only thing that's going to love you. You are the only thing that's going to stand by your side. You are the only thing that's going to pull you out of being stuck in your head. And if it's other people you're hearing in your head, turn it around and ask yourself why you need others to define who you are. Because you're amazing just the way you are. Please learn that, accept that, and hold your head up and show the world that. I'm going to leave it at that and go back to relaxing a little bit longer before I go back to work for the day. And sending y'all peace, love, and light. Be awesome. Bye-bye.